Well done, well done. Jimmy's already in. Jimmy, mate, you're on fire. Not literally. That'd be crazy. You're right, mate. Yep, accept. Why? Oh, bugger off. Why do these things never want to work when you want them to? Well, good evening, guys and girls. We are live. It's Grounded Tech Talk number 13, the unlucky number 13. And yeah, I'm on a bit earlier than I was planning on doing, but we're here now, and yeah. Oh my god. There we go. That's better. It's yeah, I'm just avoiding the football, basically. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm just here to avoid the football. And I'm realizing right now that I really should have gone to the toilet beforehand. I've made some rookie errors. Some serious rookie errors. Sounds like it's a great World Cup final, though. I've got to say, like, I'm not really a football guy at all these days. I'm not really fond of supporting it being in Qatar for a start. Yeah, sums it up basically. I'm not into football these days. I used to be. So I'm just here out of the way. I thought I'd start early. For those of you that didn't want to watch the football, you could get in and ignore it all. And for some reason, I look like I've got a red patch on my face here all of a sudden from nowhere. I don't even know why. Like, what was that about? Like I've been, like, whacked in the face. Remember to stay hydrated. Yes, indeed. How are we all doing, though? We all right? Mayhem, you good? Jimmy's always good. Oh. I didn't really have a lot to talk about today. I'll be honest. Like, I haven't got loads to talk about. I'm trying to stream weekly. I don't know if that's a good thing to do or if I'm just doing that and making just making terrible content with these streams, but hey ho, you know, is what it is. We're here. And it is Grounded Tech Talk number 13. The unlucky number 13. So I was planning on talking a little bit about the Nothing phone. I'll be honest, guys. I love this phone. I like a hell of a lot about this phone. I don't like some of the early changes that they made to it, but I love the phone. It's fantastic. And yeah, we need to talk a little bit about that because there's been some things in the week that's been going on. And I was going to talk a little bit about the Oppo Find N2. That's the flip and the foldy boy. They announced them. So we've got a sequel to the Find N. And now we have a Find N2 flip. So Samsung's got some competition on their hands, which is what we need to see. And the flip is going to be global. Standard, the normal N2 is just not looking likely that it is. So that's kind of a shame because that's the one I want. But yeah, Mayhem, Jimmy, I'm doing all right. I'm expecting this stream to be completely dead because everybody's watching the football. So I'm going to be very reliant on you guys, that's for sure. I get my new Series 8 Apple Watch tomorrow thanks to my work. Your work gives you an Apple Watch? Why? Why? Why is that? Why is that something that is needed? Eh? I've actually got my JBL speaker up here now as well. This is, for those of you that don't remember it, back in the Nokia Lumia days. JBL used to make some things in partnership with them, and yeah, this was very popular at the time. Wicked colour, wireless charging built in. Sounds amazing, still sounds amazing. So banging that in. We've got Barry in, Baz is in. He's not watching the football, or he's got it on in the background, one or the other. Hope you're well, pal. I get £500 to put towards tech every December. I need this job. Give me the job. I'll do it. I'll do it right now. It's on in the background. See, Barry knows what he's doing. He's got the football on. Apparently, it's very, very good. But we're here to avoid it anyway. Jimmy, very glad the weather is much, much better. Much, much better. I should learn to read properly without, like, talking garbage. Got to go to the Belfast Christmas market and the 3 store and Greg's. It was brilliant. I love how you threw Greg's in there. For some reason, Greg's is comparable. Isn't Barry American, though? He is. You're very observant, Jimmy. Very, very observant. Always. Oh. Yeah. Americans like football as well. Or as they call it, soccer. But, like, you know. I think the thing is, like, these events and things, because of social media, people are getting into them a lot more. And they're sort of finding out about things off of other people, and it's spreading more, and people are talking about it more, so everybody just gets involved more. It's kind of how things have gone with the F1 as well. F1's really popular in America at the minute. Crazy popular. I mean, as of next year, I think they've got... I think it's next year. They've got 3 races. Or it might be a year after, because they're going to have... We've got Miami, we've got Texas, and they're adding Las Vegas. So, you know, could be good. I mean, it won't be, because the tracks that they've chosen are terrible. I am American, Jimmy. It kind of makes it sound like you're an American version of Jimmy, which is quite interesting. I'd like to see that. So £500. Hold on, let me just highlight this. So £500 towards phone, monitor, speaker, watch, etc. And if there's a difference to say 500 plus, I pay that over 12 months. So I'll be paying like £13 a month till December next year. What's made you want to get the Apple Watch? Argentina won. Wow. Mbappe is going to be devastated after that. His hat trick and everything. Damn. Oh, Barry. Meh. You'd have to change your name, Jimmy, to like Jimmy Fire Eagle. Honestly, I've got a Series 2 now. I don't need another monitor. I don't need a new phone. I have AirPods, so that makes sense. If you've got a Series 2, that's fair enough. Series 2 is probably not aged fantastically. Although you could have always gone for like an SE or something a bit cheaper. It still would have been a big upgrade. So, news as well. I have my Pixel Watch on the way. They finally dispatched it. I'll have it in the next few days. Having a cup of here yourself? Yeah. Do you like my mug, though? My Street Fighter mug. It's cool. I like it. Yep, Jimmy Fire Eagle. That's the American version of Jimmy Fire Dragon. Easy. So yeah, Pixel Watch on the way. Don't be a mug. We've got Roger Bot in the house. Here he is. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. I meant to message you actually the other day and I completely forgot. But I hope you're doing well. See how you're getting on. So yeah, Pixel Watch on the way. I am undecided though, Barry. I know you're interested in thoughts, but I don't know. I'm debating keeping it. I'm debating just selling it straight away because I've got the Galaxy Watch 4, which is perfectly fine. It's solid. I'm actually really happy with the build of this and everything else, and it's not even scratched, even though I've whacked on all sorts of stuff. I'm debating whether I actually need the Pixel Watch, whether I'll actually find it of any use over the Galaxy Watch 4, and whether I'd be better off just selling it and getting the money and getting something else. So I've got quite a few bits I want to buy still for the setup, and having that would just help to get that sorted. So there's that. But then I appreciate it, Roger, mate. Thanks, man. I'm doing all right. I've had a bad couple of days. I was supposed to stream yesterday, but I've streamed today because I had a really bad Crohn's flare up Friday night, which was it was bad. It was bad. So I'm settling down now, doing a lot better today. Not perfect, but I'm pretty much there. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. So we're on today. For some reason, streaming at the same time as the World Cup final like an idiot. But there you go. Please do a comparison with the Galaxy Watch 4 as I'm thinking of switching to it. Well, this is the other thing, right? This is the other thing that I'm sort of torn on, because I don't know what... I mean, it's there for content, right? You know, I can make content with it. It's going to be supported for quite a long time. I can keep doing content on it. Can compare it to the Galaxy Watch 4, as you've just said. I don't know if there's that much... I don't know if there's that much want from people like wanting to watch that kind of content, especially from like me. I mean, I've not done any watch content, and I'm just kind of, because I'm not really that invested in it, I'm debating whether it's something I should really be doing at all. I don't want to be a tech channel that is just doing everything they can do within tech. So, you know, like I spoke to you before, Jimmy, about the when I received the periodic audio berylliums. Like, they're really expensive IEMs, and I was really, really happy to get them, and I absolutely loved them. But, and I don't know if it was you or somebody else mentioned me doing a review of those IEMs, and I'm like, well, I don't really know that much about audio, so I don't see how I could sort of do a fair review or a proper review of those IEMs, especially when it's something so premium, and what I'd even compare them to. And I'm kind of like that with the watches in a way, because I don't really use the watches to do anything other than tell the time or as a step count or whatever else. And I think I might just be better off not doing watch content. Possibly. I don't know what you think about that. I am trying, Jimmy, honestly, like, as you say there, like, I'm really trying to find a route, an avenue on tech YouTube that isn't being done by everybody else. Because at the end of the day, if I'm just doing normal tech videos, I can't get hold of the devices or the gear or whatever else to compete on that level. I just can't. It's just not going to happen. So, and I want to find something unique that I can do, something that's of interest to me, and that I can do sort of long term. So that's the goal at the minute. That's the goal at the minute. I do like the Pixel Watch. I do like the Pixel Watch. Don't get me wrong, but if I can sell that for say 170, and I can get some extra bits and bobs, maybe even a new camera body, put that towards a camera body, because I really want to get my Lumix, but I want to get a Lumix G7 back again. Then I might just do that. Which reminds me, I need to stick a load of stuff on eBay. I need to stick a load of stuff on eBay in the next couple of days. The bots are really annoying though, aren't they? It's always the same sort of bot as well. New private dating chat. I know you are, Barry. I know you are, mate. I know. I had a G7 for a fair amount of time, and I had it paired with an Olympus, however you pronounce it, Zoico 25mm lens, and that was absolutely fantastic. It was beautiful. I really loved the image quality and just how the bokeh looked and everything. It was so nice. But I had to sell it because I needed money at the time, unfortunately. But I would like to. I would really like to get. I mean, the G7 really is underrated. I mean, don't get me wrong. The focus and stuff, terrible. But how many cameras do you find at that sort of price range that can do 4K and also have a microphone input? I mean, for a while you couldn't get anything. I mean, obviously you've got like your ZV-1s and things now that are sort of pretty cheap and you can get them very easily. Even the ZV-10's not that much more expensive, but I don't know what it is about a Lumix. I mean, I had a Sony A5000 for a little while as well, and the Lumix was just better. I like the image more. I like the type of image, the color science, let's say. So, and the fact I had a microphone input as well was fantastic. So I'd like to get one back. I don't think I'd love an S5, mate, honestly, but I'm not going to be able to afford anything like that for a long time. That accent, though. What about that accent? Have you ever been to Northern Ireland? I haven't. It's funny. It is pretty terrible, to be perfectly honest. But I've never even been to Scotland. I've been to Wales as a kid when I was a baby, and my dad was playing snooker because my dad was a professional snooker player, and he used to travel around the country. He used to go abroad quite often as well, and yeah, I haven't been anywhere really. And the trouble is as well because, like, since I was 16 basically, and getting the illness that I've got, Crohn's disease, I spent a lot of my time just working or trying to work and get through that, and then not really done a lot else. So I didn't really travel much. I didn't go anywhere. I've been on a couple of holidays. That's about it. A lot less than most people. So I'm not sure what I'd go to Northern Ireland for. Ginger will turn up in a minute and he'll go crazy at me. But Scotland seems to have a lot of nice scenery. So I'd like to go to Scotland at some point. Barry, totally, man. Image quality, color science, yeah. I loved it. And I used it for stream as well. Like, people always commented on it when I was streaming. And yeah, they always thought it was quite good. The only problem was that because it was manual focus, and it it had reset every time I went to stream. It was that aspect was frustrating. Don't get me wrong. That aspect was quite frustrating. Malman Sorry, it's here. Hi, just got here. No worries. Welcome in. Good to see you. Appreciate you. So, we've been spitballing mostly up until this point, haven't we? Just thought I'd talk a little bit about the old nothing phone. Can I just say, I was a bit unsure about this phone for a little while. Liked it initially, sort of fell out of love with it for a little while, and now I'm kind of liking it more than ever. And it's been good to see because nothing have been. They've opened a store down in Soho, and they were also they had Carl Pay on Sky News, and he was talking about the fact that they are looking at launching the Nothing phone in the US. So, oh, Jimmy, we are going to get onto that shortly. Trust me. Yeah, slightly contentious issue, but yeah, we'll get onto that in a sec. We've got Adam in here as well. Finally, the fucking chat lords. Evening, you sexy man. I don't know why I went Scottish there. No idea. Adam's not Scottish, but I went there anyway. Right, crack on. Carl was on Sky News. Yes, he was, and he was talking about the business and sort of the aim of the business and how they sort of got off the ground, sort of thing. And then was talking about the fact that they're not looking at launching another phone yet. They're really focusing on the software side of things. But they are looking at launching it in the US next year. Now, I don't know whether that means that they're going to be launching the Nothing Phone 1 in the US next year, or whether they are going to be releasing a Nothing Phone 2. I kind of get the feeling that they're going to do things a bit differently. I feel like they're going to maybe release a device every 2 years in terms of phones. At least that's what I hope they'd do. And to be honest, I want all companies to start doing that, and I think some of you guys will agree too. He's got Scottish heritage. Of course you have, Adam. Of course. So, apparently they were saying that the Nothing earphones sold extremely well in the US. Like most of their sales, like a large chunk of their sales came from the US. So the brand's doing fairly well over there. So I think the phone would do really well, but the trouble they've got is they've got very small teams. So, especially, they were talking in an interview with Android Authority about the issues that they had just getting the software together when they first started. Like, there was, I think, a guy did 1 day and then he quit. Like, they couldn't get the software developers to actually get the software off the ground. It was so difficult. And people have been complaining about why the phone's been so slow getting Android 13 and all this stuff. And it's like, that's the reason why. Because they just couldn't get the developers. And they're not in such a bad place now. But they've had a bit of a nightmare doing that. And then you've got to think as well, startup as well. All the added costs with the US and the carriers and the way that the carriers want things set up. It's very different to how it is over here. So they've been taking their time and they are building up to that, and they're hoping to launch in the US next year. Barry's of the same opinion as me. He thinks they're going to go 2 years. I think they will. And I think that's going to be a good model. I think that's going to be a really good model. It's something that I definitely want to talk about some more. Yeah, I'm kind of planning a video around that. So yeah, more on that at some point. Interesting. It would definitely give more time for companies to focus on other things if the phones will be launching every 2 years. Well, you got to think as well, Malman. Is it just Malman? Am I saying Malman? Sorry, the whole thing? Or do you have a nickname? What do you prefer to be called? I don't know if you've been in the stream before. I know I've seen you on Twitter and stuff. And my YouTube comments. But like, the thing for me is we've got these companies right now that are banging on. They are banging on. And it's not just them, it's pretty much all of them. They are banging on about the environment, right? Oh, we need to be more sustainable. So we're now releasing phones that last 4 or 5 years in terms of software support. Why do we need new phones every year? Surely that is the least sustainable model. Surely we should have at least a 2-year cycle on phones. And that would also allow for greater innovation between devices. And I think better competition. It wouldn't be so, these minor upgrades every year. People buying phones they don't need. I mean, I know so many people, especially when I was working and I worked at Specsavers opticians. So many that worked there, like other managers and things, they would get the latest iPhone every single year. And these are people that use Facebook. And that's it. They don't need a new phone every year. If Apple were truly a responsible company, which we know they're not, they'd release the phone every 2 years at least, instead of every year. That would reduce, all the resources that get used without all the mining that needs to be done for the rare earth materials, whatever else. If everybody did that, think of the impact that would have on the environment. I think that would be a much bigger change than making the boxes not have plastic in them, or oh look, there's no plastic here at all. There's no charger. Look how great we are. We're saving the environments. Like, just do something meaningful, right? It's all well and good, but it's not meaningful. So I'd really like them to. Nothing seemed to have that approach to things as well. Like they're using more recycled materials and stuff in this phone than a lot of phones do. So that's also really good to see. And onto the software side of things that you mentioned, Jimmy. So the Android 13 open beta, right? So in the Nothing Discord, we were asked to sign up at a link, so that when the beta went live, we would be able to get the download and get Android 13 beta on there, which apparently is very, very polished and working extremely well. And there's a bunch of new features in there as well. So I was really looking forward. I'll be honest, I was really looking forward to it. I know some of you probably seen my tweet, and I was very much looking forward to it. I got an email then saying, you have not been... Unfortunately, you're not in the open beta because we had too many applicants. Now, I don't know what your definition of an open beta is, but I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. It's kind of like an extended closed beta. You know? So it's gone from open beta to, only so many people are allowed in, and it's based on IMEI number or something. Even though I was a day one purchaser in the UK, apparently I'm not. Apparently I'm not in there. Day one user. My IMEI is no good. Kind of crazy. Oh, look, open beta, too many yeah. I know. So, understandably, right? Understandably, a lot of people got quite angry about it. And, at the end of the day, it's not going to change a lot. I mean, it is a beta. It's not life or death. But I do think when you're telling people that it's going to be an open beta and people are going to be able to use it, then you should be able to do that. If you know you're going to be limited potentially by numbers, then just don't say it. So I was a little bit disappointed. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I cared that much. it's not like I cared that much. I mean, I'm still enjoying using the phone. I've got other phones to use. I'm enjoying my Fold 4 at the minute. But yeah, it just kind of sucked a little. I was kind of looking forward to getting it installed and maybe doing a little video on it and stuff. So yeah, it'll come at some point. I think they're doing it as a gradual rollout now instead. So, you know, is what it is. Is what it is. Not a lot I can do about it. But I do like the direction that Nothing are going in as a company. I think they're doing some good things. There's rumours of a sequel to their Nothing Ear 1 earbuds as well. I never got hold of the first set, so I'm kind of intrigued and interested in getting the newer ones if they do turn up. We'll see what happens. But I very much like the phone. I think I'm liking the phone more and more by the day. And it's one of those phones that I tend to use quite a lot whilst the Fold is on charge. I'll go and pick up the Nothing phone. I mean, I've got the Oppo, well, there. The Reno 8 Pro. And I've got my Pixel 6 Pro, which is the camera right now. Got the iPhone 13 Pro right there. That's going back to Mazzillion this week. Just got a couple of things to record with that in the next couple of days. And that's all done. But I pick up the Nothing phone. The Nothing phone is the one that I go to. It's just a really nice it's a really nice typing experience. It's the screen's super responsive. It just feels really nice to use. And it's just a shame that in the first update that they brought out for it, that they kind of nuked the GPU performance in games to stop it. Well, basically to improve battery life and to cause less heating. But it kind of ruined my Pokemon Go experience, and I'm not happy about it. Because now it runs at 60 FPS instead of 120, which is, it kind of kills it completely, to be honest. But the Nothing phone before that update was running Pokemon Go just as well as any of my high-end phones. It was fantastic, and I'm kind of gutted that that's not there anymore. Talking of gradual, Oppo needs to get Android 13 on the Find X2 ASAP. Mate, I've still got Android 13 on this. On the Reno 8 Pro, and it's one of their latest devices. In fact, it is their latest device, right? Other than the Find N2s that have been announced, which we'll get onto at some point soon. Did you see FA was on purpose to pick? I know, I missed it. I was out. I messaged Joe afterwards when I got home because I was out in Tesco shopping, and yeah, I missed it. I was kind of good. I really wanted to. You know, watch and get involved with them. With it being the last show of the year as well, and Jeff's awesome. Very good YouTuber. I caught up with her. I watched it all afterwards. It was a good show. Oh, we got Ibrahim in the house. Hey up, son. I am, mate. I'm feeling quite a lot better. I'm a bit fatigued from it all, but I'm all right. I'm doing all right. I appreciate it, man. I'm annoyed Pokemon Go. I took part in that community thing this weekend. One pissing Bulbasaur. I wanted a Venusaur. I've got a Venusaur. I think I might have two. Does that help? Yeah, it's starting to get milder again. For now. I'm not sure how long that's going to last, but hey ho. Trade. Oh, you want to trade? I mean, I do need to do some trades, to be fair. I'll give you my OP Dragonite. Is it OP, though? Is it OP? Are we talking like 3-star OP? Ibrahim, you've literally just missed the bit where we were talking about the Nothing phone. But in summary, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Because I was invited... I applied for the beta, which was apparently open to anybody that applied, but then they got too many people that applied, and then it had to become not open. So I got an email saying, oh, we've had to do it by IMEI number. There's not enough... There's too many people that have applied for it. I didn't get in. Kind of sucked. So I'm having to wait until the next batch gets invited in. Bad times. Bad freaking times. Hold on, he says. He don't even know if he's got a 3-star Dragonite. He's like, his Dragonite's OP, but it's not even 3-star. Yeah, nothing, man. But like I was just saying, I'm still I'm really enjoying using the Nothing phone as a sort of secondary device. Ginger's there, look. He heard me talking about Northern Ireland, and he's back. Dragon shite. Well, how about that? You sent proof? I thought we had a Pokemon Go thing in the Discord. Did we not set that up? Ooh. Yeah, alright. I'll swap you one. What's making you want a Venusaur so much? Is it more a nostalgia thing? You mentioned my homeland? Yeah, only because Jimmy did, because Jimmy's a Northern Ireland kid. Still rocking it. Still rocking it, Ibrahim. I've just been editing a Fold 3 video today, which I'm going to get out through this week. I've got another video I've done that is completely different to the sort of stuff I normally do. It's not technically tech related, but I've done it anyway. And I'm going to put it out probably tomorrow. And then we're going to try and get some Fold 4 stuff done over Christmas and before New Year, before I trade in the Fold 4. You didn't see that coming, did you? Hope you're doing alright, Ginge. It's crazy. It's proper jumping up the temperature. It just doesn't make sense. I want the stars. I gave up on Blastoise as I never see squirrels. I don't think I have a Blastoise, actually. Let's have a little look-see. Let's have a little look-see. Oh, I've got a Blastoise. I have. Just on, I've 1,471 CP, and it's a 3-star. That bad boy. Boom, one day. Woo! 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 Oh, weather warning. I'm safe because I'm in the house. I am showing off a little bit. I'm not even a great Pokemon Go player, you know. I play it quite a bit. Hard to join here so I can give Adam shit. Well played, Ginge. Well played. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. A like on stream will be appreciated. Yeah. Oi, oi. See, he's happy to see you, really. He's happy to see you. Oh god, they're having to go at each other now. What's the weather warning for? It's just Pokemon Go, mate. As soon as you get anything that's like slightly not great, it's like, are you safe? Are you safe from the cold weather? It was the same when it was really hot. They were like, are you safe? What the fuck? Okay. That's interesting. I mean, Pokemon Go's not been out that long, has it? What is it now? About 6 years? Or something along those lines? I don't know. Yeah, I think we've got a yellow warning. It's probably more ice and snow stuff, the white stuff, all that stuff. Woo! So, we spoke briefly about Oppos, but has anybody looked at the Oppo Find N2s that have been announced this week? Because they're looking pretty good, the N2 and the N2 Flip. So the N2 Flip is basically a Galaxy Flip competitor, and it's looking pretty good. It's got some decent cameras, and it's got a bigger outer screen. So it's looking like it's going to be really competitive. Global launch as well, which is great. But I think the regular N2, the proper foldy boy, the big boy, although it's not that big, I don't think that's coming. Yeah, it's not. It's let's see if I can share this screen so you can see it. Because let us share this screen so you can see. Edge tab. That one. Boom. This one. So this thing here. This one. So it's not launching globally, and it's constrained to China, which is really, really annoying, because I think that would do really, really well. I would have hoped Oppo would have launched it worldwide, but they decided not to. Good upgrades, though. We've got a 120Hz outer screen now instead of the 60Hz we had last time. It's quite a bit lighter, down 42 grams. Slightly bigger battery. Better cameras, but no water resistance. Oh, and it supports an Oppo pen, so that's nice. But it's just the perfect aspect ratio. That's the thing I like about this. Like, I'd really like the fold to be in that aspect ratio, because when it's folded, you've got a smaller sort of regular sized phone screen. It's really easy to use one hand. Then when you fold it out, it's in the correct aspect ratio for when you're watching videos and things like that. So that would have been really, really cool to have. Still got really fast charging, 67 watt. Oh, they've removed wireless charging altogether. That's interesting. Apparently, they've got an early verdict on Tech Radar, because of course they have. It's basically them saying it's a review. Makes you laugh. No, we're not getting it. We're not getting it. Yeah, let me just... Oh, there you go. Adam's been immediately disappointed. He's gone from that to that. Yeah, I mean, I nearly didn't give Tech Radar a click, but I just clicked on it for speed. I feel ashamed. Yeah, I think it is in some ways. I think Samsung have still got the advantage, I think. They've still got the advantage in software, and I think the hardware, you know, having things like water resistance, they've got the S Pen, you've got Samsung DeX. I think they are pretty big advantages to have for something like this, a productivity device. So, you know, but I think Samsung really need to start upping their hardware game now. They really need to. I mean, you look at the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2, you've got the Honor as well. The Honor one looks fantastic. There's a lot of competition coming out now, and eventually they will go worldwide. You know, they will go global on release, and Samsung will have some difficult competition. So they need to start upping their hardware game. They need to do it. Really like the look of the Find N2 down the Pixel Fold form factor will be exactly the same. You know, the Pixel Fold... Oh, man. That could be really great. And I like the fact that they've not been too scared to do things like putting a little bit of bezel in there as well. I think that's, you know, some people were complaining about it, but I think it makes sense. I'd much rather have uninterrupted screen in any way, even if it means a little bezel. I mean, you look at like a Sony Xperia. They have no cutouts. I'd much prefer that. I'd much prefer that. What else we got? For God's sake, why? I don't want a bloody Samsung pile of shit. Again, I don't know what accent I'm doing. I just... It just happens. Just happens. Where's your tech website, Adam? He should have one, shouldn't he? Because like Adam's very much into tech, so he should do something. What do you think of the iQOO 11? I think it's really nice. I think it's really good. I watched Juan's video on it. Seems absolutely solid. And by the way, on the N2, Find N2, TK's got a very good video on that as well. Very much worth a watch. But yeah, the iQOOs look good. They look really good. I mean, the main... Obviously, they've not got the best in terms of, like, extra cameras. So you've not really got great ultra-wide and all that sort of stuff. But the main camera seems very good. I mean, it looks like pixel level HDR quality. Like probably even better, to be fair. It's all like Vivo tech. And it's looking great. It looks really great. I really like that BMW sort of styling on there as well. Meh. It'd just be slagged off all the time, hence I've not bothered to do one. Mate, it's fine. Getting slagged off all the time is great, you know? Crack on. That's what it's all about, isn't it? My tech accent. Do I have a tech accent? I don't even know what that would be. That's an interesting one. Yeah, get red versus blue watch. Get it done. You're talking about compared to the N2 Flip. Ah, that makes more sense. The N2 Flip is global. But I don't know if it's necessarily that the N2 is the better phone. I think it's definitely the better foldable as such, but the N2 Flip's going to sell more. Was watching an interview on the Explaining Computers channel earlier today with the CEO of Raspberry Pi. A must watch for all. I didn't know that they use a Raspberry Pi inside of electric car chargers. Did they really? That's crazy. That's pretty funny, actually. Is that why they keep breaking? You 100% change the way you speak when you're doing tech stuff. You're kidding me. Yeah, but the thing... No. It's different. It's just different, right? Because you're trying to talk about stuff in a specific way, whereas when you're doing a gaming stream, you just talk crap all the time, right? I mean, most of the time we're doing a gaming stream, you're there. So then it makes it very difficult to talk sense. How has a full-time cabbage got better memory than you, lol? I don't think I've got a better memory than you, Adam. Just saying. I might be a cabbage. And even if it's not meaning that he's not meaning me, it's true. I am a little bit of a cabbage, but I don't know more than Adam. At all. Adam's lost the plot tonight. He's completely lost it. By the way, By the way, let me just find these because something else was announced this week as well, which I also absolutely love the look of. Do they actually show them on here? Do they show the other bits and bobs? No, they don't. Why? Show me! Come on, load. Yeah, we go. Tech Radar, you suck. You suck. Oh, Ginge, you're the full-time cabbage. Right. See, me and Adam are getting confused because we're so, you know, we think we're cabbages too. Right, so, let me just show you this. This bad boy. So the Xiaomi 13s were announced. So we've got 8 Gen 2s in these, and they've got these limited edition, these limited custom model, custom color models. I mean, look at these. Oh my days. It just reminds me of Nokia Lumias, man. So we've got flame red, sapphire blue, hurricane yellow, jungle green, and cement grey. Mate, that green is calling to me. It is calling to me. So, oh man. But they only come in 12 gigs of RAM, 12 gigs of internal storage. Just over $700. That's crazy good. 6.36 inch, full HD plus AMOLED, 120Hz refresh rate, 1900 nits peak brightness. That's very bright. HDR10 plus, Dolby Vision, HLG support. Under display fingerprint sensor. I mean, these are the other ones as well. You've got the, I don't know if this is that sort of leathery type finish on there. 8 Gen 2, 12 gigs of RAM. So the cameras, Leica branding, 50 megapixel, 12 megapixel ultra wide, 10 megapixel telephoto, 16 megapixel on the front, IP68, water and dust resistant, 67 watt fast charging, 4500 mAh battery. That to me is an extremely well-rounded phone for Xiaomi. I know a lot of people are saying that it's a bit iPhone. I mean, it is when you look at it at the angle on that top image there. You know, that looks very iPhone. But then when you see it at this angle, I don't really think it looks that iPhone. I think hardware-wise, it's fantastic. And to be honest, if I could get that green, or even the blue, I would be all over it. All over it. I'm not even kidding. Looks fantastic. I just want it. Xiaomi, nah, no thanks. You've got an Oppo. Can't be much different. No, it probably is quite a bit different, but you know. Yeah, so iPhone's going to be going back to Mazillion this week, and I'll see if they've got anything else to send out for me to have a little play around with. And yeah, as I say, we've got a Fold 3 video coming up this week. We have another video talking about content creation and having a chronic illness. I just decided to do something. Just do a video on that. That's coming out tomorrow. Something a little bit different. What else did I do? Oh, yeah, and I'm doing a video. Got it to record. I got it scripted, but 2 months in the Samsung ecosystem doing that. Because I've got Galaxy Watch, Galaxy Buds, and Galaxy Fold. Like, my entire system at the minute is Samsung. Who would have thought it? Me. Samsung. A Samsung guy. I'm not really a Samsung guy. Please don't tell me. Please don't say I'm a Samsung guy, because I'm really not. I'm really not. Xiaomi 13 Pro looks like a great option for me, but I know S23 Ultra is going to be most likely the one to get. 23 Ultra. I mean, it's been longer than that, to be fair, Adam. 23 Ultra is going to be a good phone. It's going to be a good phone. I'm going to say it now. It's going to be a very good phone. I mean, it should be. It's the Ultra. You'd expect it to be a good phone. Two months with the Samsung ecosystem, you poor fucker. I'd rather be an iPhone sheep. Well, you're already an Apple sheep as it is, Adam, so don't even... Let's not play that game. What guy do you think you are? Ah, that's a good question. It's a good question. I would consider myself more of an Xperia guy. Even though I don't have an Xperia right now. But I will have at the end of the month. I'll have two. Yeah, I'll have two. Shut it, you. You can talk. Mate, this iPhone's not mine. The only thing that I've got that's Apple is this Mac Studio. That's it. That's all I've got. Oh, it arrives on Tuesday. It's coming early. I thought you said it was January. No. Or did you change model? Did you? Did you do that? Jimmy, Dan, what do you think about the Type-C and Apple finally being given a date? I think it was the 28th or 29th of 2024. I think they're going to find a way around it. I was going to keep saying it. They'll find a way around it. They'll use MagSafe. Telling you, I just can't trust them. I don't know what that means, Jimmy. I don't know what this means. I know of that person, but I don't really know a lot about them. The only things I have is the Mac Pro, Mac Studio, and maybe an Apple TV in the bedroom because Android sticks suck and Samsung TV OS is horrible. But then, you'd also have an iPhone. Wouldn't you? USB Type F by then. Hey, if only. If only. Guys, we're coming up on an hour. I've been trying to keep these talks under an hour. Mostly because I have very little to talk about most of the time. But, yeah, I wanted to just get it done and out of the way while the World Cup was finishing off. You will, though, Adam. I know you're going to have one. Like, he says he doesn't have an iPhone. I think his next phone's going to be an iPhone. He says it. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. I will never go iOS. Right, everybody save that. Screenshot it. He says he'll never go iOS. I don't believe it personally, but we'll see. We will see. Five more minutes, Jimmy, for anything you want to discuss. We can quickly throw it in. If you've got anything you want to talk about. Whew. I'd rather buy Huawei than go... Mate, I would have loved to have got a Huawei. I really would. You know, back when... the year that the US ban came in, I was looking at buying a Huawei P30 Pro. And that came in just before I bought it, and I went, oh, right, I'll get a Samsung then instead. So I ended up getting a Samsung S10 Plus, which I really didn't like at all. Yeah, Ginge had one. Hey, I wasn't dissing him. Adam might be, though. And Huawei were making great phones, and they were really pushing Samsung. Like, there's a reason the S10 Plus is the last really good Samsung phone, in my opinion. Like, I think it's partly because Huawei was really pushing them. They made great phones. They still make great phones now, actually. I don't know, man. Maybe Apple would risk removing the charging port entirely or play it safe. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Malman. I reckon they're going to remove the port. I think they're going to go portless and use MagSafe, because MagSafe just latches onto the back. Like that. It latches on. I mean, they're sort of dead. They've got their own store. You can get some apps. The phones, the hardware is still very nice. I think the latest Mate looks fantastic. Like, design-wise, it's still been really good. It's a bit of a shame. It is a bit of a shame. %100%. I agree, Adam. I agree. Totally agree. Why would they do something that's better for the consumer, you know? Why would they do that? It's Apple. I say that after just buying a Mac Studio, but I got the Mac Studio because there wasn't anything else that's equivalent on Windows. There just isn't. So I got the Mac Studio. It was, Jimmy. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I was about to get the P30 Pro because it had been out for a short while. And then they brought the ban in. So I got an S10 Plus instead. And I really was going to... I think I was going to go for the P30. Because I'd wanted to try a Huawei for a while after the Mate 20. I nearly got a Mate 20X, which was that massive freaking, like, almost like tablet-sized phone. It was a monster. I think it was like 7 inches or 7.2 inches or something stupid. So, yeah, I was actually looking at getting one. And the only reason I didn't was I was a bit unsure whether the support would still be there afterwards. So everybody were a little bit uncertain as to what was really going to happen at the time. So I just played it safe and got the Samsung, which I sold within, I think, about 5 months. Sold that, and I ended up getting an iPhone. My first iPhone. It was my first iPhone. Had that for 18 months. I wish I'd have got a Pixel 4 XL, in all honesty. But that was an episode of me actually listening to what YouTubers were saying. And YouTubers were saying that the Pixel 4 XL wasn't fantastic, wasn't great, and the battery life was super poor, so I avoided it. And then when I got one later, I was like, oh my god, this phone's so good, why did I not get this earlier? So at that point, that's where I sort of like decided that I wasn't trusting YouTubers anymore, and so I became a YouTuber so people could not trust me too. Always thinking. Return to the Pixel side of the force. Mate, Pixel 6 Pro the camera right now, right here, right there. See that focus? See it? Boom, black. It's solid. It's absolutely solid. But I'm probably going to be selling that. In all honesty, it's not in very good condition. The screen... The person that sold it to me said it was in good condition on the screen, and it's not. In fact, it's pretty poor. Everything else is fantastic. It's a 256 gig model. Works great. You can't see the issues with the... you can't see the issue with the scratches and stuff and whatever else is on the screen most of the time. But otherwise, it's fine. Finding battery life to be better on it than expected as well. They've replaced your buds 3 times. What, for the same issue? We were talking about that earlier as well, Ibrahim. I'm unsure whether to keep them or sell them. If I sell them, I could get a Pixel 4 XL back. And I think I'd probably find that more useful. Because then I can sell this Pixel, even though the 4 XL is not the latest Pixel, but I'd rather get rid of this Pixel and, yeah, get a 7 or something at some point. Wow. That sucks, man. There have been some issues with those Pixel Buds A's. So replacing 3 times though is crazy, especially in a short amount of time you've had them. That's insane. But yeah, Ibrahim, I should have the watch in the next few days, and I'm debating whether keeping it or not. Trouble is, I don't really use the features of a smartwatch very much, so I'll be like, oh yeah, the Pixel Watch compared to the Galaxy Watch 4. It tells the time the same, and it also counts the steps. Oh, but it looks a little bit different. Thanks for coming to my comparison. Bye. That's it. That's my comparison video right there. Done. Done. That's literally all I can comment on. Other than maybe battery life, but I don't care about the battery life. They're both crap anyway. That'd be the worst comparison video ever. Yeah, it's fair enough, Jin. It's fair enough. That's fair enough. I've got my Galaxy Buds too. They're actually pretty solid. I've been really impressed with them. They were my first pair though, first Bluetooth earbuds, so I want to get some Sonys at some point. I'm going to be all in on the Sony train. Guys, I'm going to get off. It's been a pleasure. As I say, we'll have a couple of videos at least releasing this week. It's been a while. I've not done very well for videos over the last month, but I really want to start churning some stuff out now. I need to push on. So, expect a lot more videos going forward. I'm aiming for 2 or 3 a week. And yeah, there'll be minimum 2 this coming week. So thanks very much for hanging out. I appreciate yous very, very much. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. And what are we? Oh man! So actually, we'll be doing a stream on Christmas Eve. We will be doing a Christmas Eve stream. All right. So I'll see you then. Take it easy. Good night. Goodbye. Toodaloo. Bye bye. See you later. Bye, Malman. Bye, Ibrahim. Take it easy. This week, we're doing some COD. Take it easy, guys. Leave a like on the stream. Share it about. Appreciate you. Bye, bye, bye.